Good morning, Chicago. This is Renee with Simple Life, Simple Health, and I'm doing my second upload a video to make another smoothie for you guys and to share a little bit with you guys about superfoods. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them as I put together the recipe, but then I'm also going to type up some information so that you can get the most out of this and then have it to reference and go back to and look at. So today's smoothie isn't going to be too much different than last time's. But instead of using avocado, we're going to use almond butter as our source of good fat. And I have some other, like I said, superfoods that I want to introduce to you as well. So first off, we're going to get started. I'm not using the young Thai coconut. I'm cheating because I don't feel like doing the work to break the top open because I haven't mastered that yet. So I went out and I just got some of this naked all-natural coconut juice. Or water rather. So I'm just going to go ahead, it's 11.2 ounces, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the whole thing in there. And that should be good. It might be a little bit too much, but that's okay. And then I already have a few pieces of ice in my blender. I'm going to go ahead and do like we did last time, and I have the kale. I have a really good handful, maybe a handful and a half already in here, and it's chopped up. And then I also have my blueberries on top as well. And the blueberries, they're about a handful as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pour those into my blender, which you can't see, but I have right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a good, I don't want to say it might be 2 full teaspoons. It's a really good full heaping tablespoon and a half of the almond butter, and I'm going to put that in there as well. And the thing that's good about adding some kind of good fat, and by good fat I mean coconut, almond, avocado, those are good fats, those are natural forms of fat, is that it satiates your small intestine, and so it makes you feel full quicker. Like there's a lot of people that recommend you eat 20 almonds before you go out to dinner because the good fats from the almond will help satiate your appetite. So I'm going to add that in there because that's really going to help our bodies feel like it's full, and it's going to help the smoothie stick with us so that we don't get hungry too soon afterwards. So this way it can be like a full meal replacement. Sometimes I add split pea protein powder, but I forgot to put that over here, so I'm not going to, otherwise I would. And that's good too. That's a good natural form of protein powder. I'm also going to add a good whopping tablespoon of raw cocoa powder. Raw cocoa powder has all sorts of good stuff to it. First and foremost that sticks out in my mind is that it's like a natural antidepressant. It has all sorts of chemical compounds in it that help to raise your levels of different neurotransmitters. And so that includes serotonin, endorphins, and a few other ones. So there's a reason why when we eat chocolate it makes us feel good. Unfortunately, the milk that is also in chocolate a lot of times inhibits our body's ability to take up those good chemical compounds. And so that's why it's really good to eat more raw chocolate or stuff that's like, you'll see like the percentages on it in the store, stuff that says 76% raw cacao, whatever. And cacao is the part of the cocoa bean that's actually edible. And it has a lot of really good qualities. It's also an excellent antioxidant. And per volume of antioxidants that are found, per weight in chocolate, it actually exceeds berries, red wine, and a lot of the green teas. So it's an excellent form of antioxidants if you eat it in its raw form or close to, and you're not bogging it down with sugars and milk fats and everything else. Then it's really, really good for you. So let's see, we got the cacao powder. I'm going to add bee pollen. Bee pollen also has a bunch of good chemical properties to it. It has all the vitamins in it from A to K plus a bunch of other amino acids and all sorts of good stuff. When you're just getting started using bee pollen, I recommend that you start with like quarter to a half a teaspoon because some people have allergic reactions, because it also helps you acclimate to allergens in the air. So if you're real sensitive to that, you could have an allergic reaction. But I've been using it for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a tablespoon. But I do recommend using just a little bit to see kind of how your body reacts to it at first. So that's the bee pollen. And then another one of my favorites is maca powder. Maca powder is a Peruvian root, and it's really, really good for you. It's known as an adaptogen. And what adaptogens do is they help balance your body out. So if you're stressed and you're overstimulated, it calms you down. And if your energy is low and you're feeling sluggish and everything else, then it helps bring your energy up. So it balances things out in your body to where they need to be. I love maca powder. I have experienced amazing benefits from maca powder. Maca powder, because it helps to balance your body out, including your hormonal levels and everything, especially within your endocrine system. It actually helps with reducing symptoms of PMS, so that's always a bonus. Woohoo! So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon and just mix that in there. And then if you like sweetener, you can add agave syrup or honey. I recommend raw honey. I recommend raw honey above and beyond even agave because, once again, like the bee pollen, the raw honey has elements in that can help get you used to natural allergens around you and kind of help prepare you and protect you from different allergens that might be floating around depending on what season it is. So we're going to go ahead and blend these up. You can add banana if you want. A lot of people use banana as a staple food product. It's better if you're adding protein powder, especially like the split pea protein powder, than to add the banana because that additional protein takes your body longer to break down the banana because the banana has so many sugars in it. Sometimes I add banana, sometimes I don't. I also throw a few pieces of ice in there, which I already did. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this together and blend it up. Now, as opposed to the green smoothie that we made last time, this one is probably going to look more brown in color because we have the cocoa powder in there, we have the almond butter in there, so it's going to be a different color. You might not be used to drinking brown smoothies, but if you think of it, it's kind of like a chocolate peanut butter shake because you don't really taste the blueberries or the kale in there in this case. The blueberries help sweeten it, and they provide a bunch of extra antioxidants, so it's really good for you. I'm going to go ahead and post on my blog some of the specific information about the superfoods that we covered, including the bee pollen, the cocoa powder, and I might also include some stuff about the maca powder. And then also upcoming, since I'm doing a line of bath and body products, I'm going to continue talking with you guys about the main essential oils that I use, and then also some of the different carrier oils or blending oils that I use, because those are really good and therapeutic for your skin as well. So be looking forward to those on my blog. And then also check out Simple Life, Simple Health's Facebook page, especially if you're in Chicago, because I have some events coming up that I'm doing at different salons. So, and I would love to see you there, and I would love to meet your beautiful faces. And thank you for watching this vlog. Still got work to do to improve it, but this is better than the last one. So cheers, happy smoothie drinking, and have a great day. Bye-bye.